Hello and welcome to this tutorial on interfacing OLED display with the SSD1306 driver with an STM32 microcontroller. Welcome to Creative Factory, and in this video we will walk through the setup, wiring and coding necessary to get your OLED display up and running with an STM32. So let's get started. First, go over the components we will using in this project. An STM32 microcontroller board. I am using STM32 G431KB for my system. An SSD1306 OLED display. This display uses I2C communication, some jumper wires for the connections, a breadboard for easier wiring. These components are widely available and affordable, making this great beginner project. Next, we will connect the OLED display with the STM32. The SSD1306 OLED display has 4 pins: VCC, ground, SCL and SDA. SCL stands for serial clock and SDA stands for serial data. So first, connect VCC on the OLED to the 3.3 volt pin on the STM32. You can use 5 volt also. Then connect ground on the OLED to the ground pins on the STM32. Connect SCL, the clock line, on the OLED to PB6 on the STM32, which is SCL for I2C1. Then connect SDA, the serial data line, on the OLED to PB7 on the STM32, which is SDA for I2C1. Double check your connections before powering on your setup. Now let's move on the software side. We will using the STM32 IDE for coding. If you haven't installed it, download and install STM IDE from official STM32 microelectronics website. Okay, then create a new project and select your microcontroller model. For me, it is G431KB. Then first initialize I2C peripheral by opening Pinout and Configuration tab, selecting I2C1 and setting up PB6 and PB7 as SCL and SDA. So the configuration is finished. Next, we will add necessary libraries for SSD1306. I will copy the library to here. This is the library SSD1306. I will show you the library. I am pasting the code here. Okay, this is the library. You have the files. So come to the SSD1306 header file. So this is the library. You can see, you can change your I2C address if your display does not match 0x78. You can change it to 0x7a. And here you can see the display width and height. This display width is 128 pixels and height is 64. So you have to declare. And this enum is for color, this is for black and this is for white. Okay, this initialization function, you have to initialize SSD1306 before starting the code, I mean before your while loop. So this is the update screen. By this function you can update your screen. This is a toggle invert, this is the toggle invert. So this toggles pixels inversion inside RAM, and this is the fill entire LCD with desired colors. By this we can fill the display with our desired color. For this display we have only black and white. The enum I have shown you have 2 members, one is black and one is white. So we can fill the display with black and white by passing the values to the function. So this function is for drawing pixels, drawing a single pixels. By this go to XY, and this will help you to positioning your writings, positioning your characters to the display. This put C is for character. We can put character in the OLED display. This will put a string. This will draw a line by putting the coordinates, by passing the coordinates in the function. and by clicking the color we can see the draw line color. You can change the draw line color. This draw rectangle, this draw fill rectangle, this are will be built-in function, you can use it. So I will show how to use this. Okay, there's so many functions, so no need to wait, come to the point. Now we have to include the header files. Include first SSD, click control space, you can see suggestions, delete, then again we can directly add the header file, and also we have to add include font SSD folder F is font, again include SSD folder, and then include test.s. Okay, so this is the I2C one handle type diff. You have to declare this because we are using I2C one, and but make sure that you have write your code in the user code begin position. User code begin, user code from your is.ioc file, this will disappear. So make sure that you will write your code in the user code begin. Inside the function you can see font def, so we can see the fonts. Here we have the parameters font width, font height, and font data. So I must say here is some font is available. We have this, you can see font 7 into 10, 11 into 18. So this the small font, this medium, and this the larger font. Okay, so for this case we will use the large font. So if I use the large font, I must pass this address of the font, and then the last one is, so this color I want print black, so pass it the black. Okay, then this update display should be called here. Okay, I think this is enough for print creative factory. I have write few line of codes. You can see I write a for loop and I count 0 to 10. You can see I equals to 0, I less than 11, and I plus plus. So I should be less than 11, that means 0. So this counter will count from 0 to 10. So I print the counter number. You can see this I, and now we can see a counter on our OLED display, and our delay is 1 second. Hold delay 1 second. You can see 1000 ms.